So whenever it comes to penalties in roller derby, there are a total of 14 different penalties that can be issued. Every penalty has a hand sign and a letter that goes with it. The hand sign is something the ref does to communicate with the skater and the penalty tracker so that they can see what penalty is issued, because roller derby gets very loud. The skates are barking, the fans are loud, the teams are talking, refs are blowing whistles. It's very chaotic and loud. So we use hand signs. So one of them would be like for a cut track would be an X that you would make with your hands. And that signals to the skater and to the penalty tracker that a cut track was issued. Each letter that is associated with the penalty is for the penalty tracker. They will write down like that letter next to the skater that committed the penalty. They'll write down the letter, and that lets them keep track of what penalties they've committed. So if there's like a pattern, it can be addressed. Usually by teams. Teams like it because then they can look at what penalties their skaters are doing and see what to work on. So for the 14 penalties, there are back blocks, which is hitting someone in the back. There are high blocks, which is hitting someone in the head. Or actually, it's technically above the collarbone, so the neck, the head. There are low blocks, which is hitting someone below the legs. There is a head block, and that is using your head to hit someone else, which is different than a high block. There are forearms, that is from the bottom of your elbow pad down is a forearm. There are leg blocks, which is using your leg to trip another skater. Low block and leg block are similar but different. But a lot of times a leg block can be considered a low block. They kind of are interchangeable in that way. Illegal contact, which is like hitting someone out of bounds or out of play. Illegally assisting in a way that you're not allowed to. Then you have what are called directionals. Directional is essentially blocking in the wrong direction. Derby always goes counterclockwise, which is derby direction. So you can stop someone, but you can't push them back. That one is kind of complicated and very nuanced. Then you have what's called a multiplayer. Multiplayers are two skaters of the same team linking together to stop someone from getting through. Illegal position is you are in the wrong spot. You aren't supposed to be there. You're coming back in illegally. There's interference or delay of game. That one's a kind of specialty one also. You won't see that one a lot. Sometimes that one's given to coaches, and then their captain will end up serving it. There's an illegal procedure, which is you did something illegal, like an illegal star pass, something like that. That's usually the main one. And then there is misconduct. Misconduct would be swearing at officials, unsportsmanlike conduct, refusing to leave the track when you get penalties. But those are the main ones. Pretty much everything falls under those. And I always tell new officials learning that if you cannot remember what the penalty signal is or the name for it, use illegal procedure. Everything is an illegal procedure.